you can see there's a transition. You can see there's a difference from last year to this year.
All right,
I feel like you're riding on recency bias. I need to see a larger sample size.
Are you making the top 4?
No. Oh, fuck.
Are you making the top 4? And are you winning the Premier League?
I want to be. We're not winning the Premier. We're not winning the Premier.
Okay, are you making top 4 this year?
Hello and welcome back.
It sounds like the guy of Price is Right.
Hello and welcome back to our ever-growing pod.
Into the
Off the ball. We're episode 22. Fuck, we've actually got to episode 22, man.
Isn't it 222?
Yeah, 222.
That's half a year when you think about it.
We've gone from
Almost, yeah.
trying to kick me out.
We still stand by
We're just going to reimburse you.
But, you know, guys, I actually want to talk about some more serious things that's going on with, you know, the world right now. And
Hey, that transition was the same as the goal Liverpool cop this morning. that transition was flawless.
But yeah, Alpy, obviously.
Oh, me?
Yeah, for the last few weeks, we've been trying to pick your brain, and you've been deflecting. Saying
the story of his life.
trying to, you know, not make it like it's the end of the world for Arsenal, but I feel like they're in a bit of trouble, man. I feel like Arteta, like,
It's time to go.
I feel like Arteta's starting to run out of ideas. So tell me, is it Arteta running out of ideas, or is it the board not backing him? Because at what stage do you go, all right, enough is enough?
Can I add him before you start? well, obviously the board's backing him because he's the second highest paid fucking manager on the planet.
But do you honestly reckon the board's backing him before Alpy puts his input? Like, literally, do you think the board's backing him?
100%.
Because every manager's going to come out and say, yeah, you know, I've signed the right players I want, but really, has he signed the right players he wants?
He's the company man.
I don't know, man. I feel like a manager to save his ass won't put the board, won't criticize the board, because it's like that's their way to basically keep their job.
That's how you lose your job, yeah, true.
The moment a manager starts criticizing the board, they're out of there.
But I reckon he's been backed. But anyway,
does anyone else have anything they'd like to add before I answer a question?
No, that's it for me.
No,
Tell us, bro. Tell us what's happening with Arsenal. Like, be brutally honest. What's going on?
Well, I mean, what's going on is we've lost 2 cup games. We've been knocked out of both cups, the Carabao and the we're not knocked out of the Carabao yet. We're 2-0 down to Newcastle with a second leg at St James Park. But I mean, we got knocked out by mid-table Manchester United in the FA Cup from penalties. Look, both games Arsenal were incredibly dominant. Stats-wise, possession-wise, whatever you want to talk about. But the one thing that really matters in terms of putting the ball into the net did not happen for us in either of those 2 games. Now, what that put you down, like what you put that down to, whether it's, you know, injuries, tactical predictability, you know, a dip of form, whatever you want to put it down to, it's just the goals aren't going into the net. But in terms of Arteta, I don't think there's much more Arteta can do in terms of coaching to give us more of a chance of scoring a goal, because the amount of chances we created, the XG created, you know, he can't physically walk onto the pitch, grab the ball and put it into the net. Like, he can't do that. But
he has tried a few times. Like when the ball goes out for a throw, and he has tried to influence it a few times.
He is a fan of a quick restart, which makes me, like, I don't understand. One of the things that's starting to get on my nerves a little bit is how much we slow the game down at like throw-ins. And I understand corners, you got to set, you know, the more the defending teams waiting, the more anxious they get, especially with our corners. But with throw-ins and stuff, we slowed the game down a little bit too much, I think. But more so, like, I just don't think there's anything more Arteta can do tactical-wise.
Do you agree with the tactics? Do you?
Yeah, what's wrong with the tactics?
Don't you? I find it quite boring. To be honest,
in terms of
the way you guys keep possession, the way you move the ball, it's like you guys are going in circles rather than like being like when I watch Liverpool, it's an extremely beautiful game style to watch because they're always on the attack, regardless of what position they are, where the ball is. You know exactly what they're trying to do. They're always trying to be on the offense.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. There's a bit of slow build up and stuff like that. But is Arsenal that type of team?
Yes.
But clearly it hasn't worked. It hasn't worked for you guys.
I think
for the
there's
last few
almost
years.
like two schools of thought. One school of thought is the
Wait,
reason
sorry.
why Arsenal aren't like free flowing, attacking, like good, entertaining to watch, like zipping the ball around, constantly attacking. One school of thought is they've had so many injuries and interruptions to that squad that they simply haven't been able to build up enough steam to play that style of football. Another school of thought is they've completely changed the way they play. Now, I don't watch Arsenal enough to be able to determine which one of the two it is. What do you think it is? Because, again, to me, Arsenal's definitely less attractive to watch on the eye this season, but I don't know if that's necessarily planned. Or is it just a consequence of just the turmoil that you've had?
I think it's a bit of both. I mean, in terms of what Riad's saying, how our tactics don't work, I mean, our tactics have led us to our 2 highest point tallies in Arsenal's Premier League history. It's led us to scoring the most goals we've ever scored, which goes back to the Invincibles and all those teams that you sort of picture when you talk about Arsenal. So, I mean, his tactics work, the way he sets the team out works. All of that works. A big part of it is, yes, we've had so many interruptions to our season, like we just haven't been able to get rolling at all. Before the Newcastle loss, we were 13 games undefeated, which is, I think, the biggest run that anyone bar Liverpool has gone on this season. So there's a lot to it. I mean, I don't want to be all doom and gloom. It's definitely not that, but we're also not riding the wave of results and momentum. Like we're currently not there. But in terms of right now where my team's at, would I prefer them to be playing free flowing attack? Probably not. I'd rather them try be defensively solid because we don't have the momentum on our side. I'd rather know that defensively we're solid and that we're hard to score against, we're hard to get at, than be free flowing attacking, but we cop fucking goals on transition all the time and we can't score goals either.
Yeah, but the way I look at it is whenever Arsenal concede, it's like there's this urgency straight away. As soon as you guys
that's
concede.
with every team, bro.
Yeah, and then when you guys show that urgency, more times than often you guys are scoring. So it's like, why can't you play with that urgency from the get-go? Like, I know you're trying to do this, patient build-up and whatnot like that, but, don't get me wrong, bro. The moment Saka got injured, it's like, you guys can't score. Havertz clearly is not it. Martinelli is not it. So where do you get your goals from? You can at the moment, Odegaard has a bad game. It's just like shambles. There's a massive patch in the centre.
Yeah, I mean, but that's probably relevant for nearly every single team that's competing for the title, bro. Like, Palmer has a bad game, Chelsea don't do that well. Salah has a bad game, you guys might not score as many goals that you do. Bruno F has a shit game.
Yeah.
United don't look as good. So, most teams do have a couple of key players that sort of do keep things ticking over. Ben White, Odegaard and Saka were pivotal to our seasons the past 2 campaigns, and we've been missing all 3 of them for lengthy amounts at different parts of the season. So all of these things sort of add into it, bro. But
do you sack Arteta?
No.
The whole conversation was leading to this point.
At what stage do you
A lot of fans
start to decide that Arteta is not the man? Because I can relate with United, because I know when Mourinho, high profile manager, probably one of the biggest names in the world at the time with Pep, and we finished second I think the season before, and we still sacked him because we weren't getting the results.
20 points behind City, though.
Yeah.
You guys finished second behind City by 20 points, and he wasn't actually competing for anything. Like, he wasn't competing for the league. He wasn't challenging at the top of the league.
Arsenal are now literally just competing for the Prem. They're out of both cup games and Champions League, I believe.
No, Champions
We're
League.
in
They're in.
We're automatic qualification.
Okay, so you guys are in the
I
Champions League.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're 4th.
Just domestically,
Domestically, we're out of the 2 cups.
Hypothetically speaking, you guys, go through this season and you don't win anything again. That's 6 seasons with no major trophies.
How many trophies did Sir Alex win in his first fucking 7 seasons, bro?
God, no, I actually don't know.
Yeah, he didn't win a single one in his first 6 years at the club.
So, but I'm saying like the fan base is losing patience. Clearly, you said it's a toxic environment.
The fan base isn't losing patience.
I think they are.
The fan base, what you guys see on Instagram, on YouTube, which gets clicks by rival fans, which gets revenue brought in and views and everything like that. That's what you guys see, and they generate more views the more wild and stupid and outlandish.
But I don't necessarily think I think it's fair enough to say that Sterling hasn't worked out as a signing. I think it's fair to point out that Calafiori wasn't a necessary signing.
Calafiori was absolutely necessary.
Considering who you're bringing on to change games when you need goals, I disagree.
And now there's rumors
you're
that
bringing in players like
Zubimendi.
Yeah, and now there's rumors that they're bringing in
and here's a brilliant signing.
Don't get me wrong, an absolute ripper of a signing.
So you
for
guys,
next season.
For next season.
And that's fine, because what you guys aren't picturing, Georgie is 33, Party is 32. They're two players that are now technically in the last 6 months of their contract. So they're gone, most likely at the end of this window.
But he's not... in his discussion isn't going to benefit you this season. It's not going to win you the Prem or the Champions League this season.
I understand that, and I agree with you there. But when we come to July next year and the transfer market opens, Arsenal's then going to be in a position where they need to sign midfielders and attackers.
So they sign it now.
So now we're signing a midfielder now, which covers us going forward. Because he's 25 years old. It covers us going forward for a very long time.
Yeah.
And then it just leaves us attacking signings that we need instead of having to rebuild our midfield and our front line. Now it's just rebuild the front line. Do you get what I mean?
So do you feel like almost like in a way he's kind of scrapped this season and he's gone, I'm just going to plan for the next?
I don't think they'll ever scrap anything. I just think it's slightly shifted potentially what could be possible this season. This season for me has gone from a trophy as a must to like at the start of the season we're talking winning the league, trophies, blah, blah, blah. Now I want them to challenge Liverpool.
For top 4.
Challenge Liverpool the whole way. And take it as far as they can in the Prem and the Champions League.
Because it's fair to say when like Sterling was being linked, Sterling was a washed player. He was done. And then the later, I don't know how concrete they were, but the links to Rashford, I'm like, it's just another toxic washed player. Like why are you being linked with these players when there's so much better out there that can get you to that next level?
It's not that Arsenal are being linked with them. It's the pure fact that journalists are linking Arsenal with attackers all over the place. I mean, they're talking this morning about bids for Vlahovic. Didn't happen, bro.
Vlahovic is shit.
But Vlahovic, again, he's not proven.
What do you mean he's not proven, bro?
He's not that good.
He's not that good.
Early on, Fiorentina was
dog shit for Serbia.
Fiorentina was that.
No, let me... People at Juventus, the players, the fan base at Juventus, they want him out. He's other than this last patch of period where he's been scoring goals, which are not good goals regardless. I don't know why you know what, just go for Osman, go for someone else.
We were linked with Vlahovic before he signed for Juve.
Yeah, he hasn't been good at Juve. That's why they want him out. He's on big wages.
If I was Arteta, because I'd be panicking. Don't get me wrong, like I'd be fucking shitting myself.
I can assure you, Arteta is not panicking about his job.
I don't know, man, because I'm telling you, the moment the fan base turns
his
on
payout will be too much.
We are not like your clubs.
The thing is, though,
but again, don't you want a winning culture? Like Ten Hag in 3 seasons won 2 cups. Okay,
and our football was atrocious.
Yeah, I know our football was abysmal. But at what stage do you go? All right, the football was good for a few years, but what do we have there to show for it?
Yeah,
We've got nothing.
Do you understand? One team can win a trophy. Right? One team can win each trophy, yeah? And you've got 18 teams competing for the Prem, and you've got every team in England competing for the other 2 cups, yeah? You've got the best teams in Europe competing for the Champions League, right? I can compromise on that. I can.
Oh, Veki.
Yeah.
Fuck Veki, bro.
I can. I can't compromise on us not competing at the top level after the past 2 seasons. As long as he can maintain that, I'm okay. But we do need to win silverware eventually. Yes, I get it. This season has been fucked. I mean, we've lost Gabby Jesus this morning.
You've had a shit run of injuries, and I get that. Yeah.
Right. Like, I picture this season as Klopp's 22.
Playing like Henderson as centre back.
Yeah, when you guys were like makeshifting everything.
Yeah,
that was post-COVID season. Yeah.
This leads back to our discussion very early on when we started the pod, when we were like, Arsenal don't have depth. They got rid of their depth with, ASR and all these guys.
What was the depth that we had, bro?
Because injuries would come. Obviously, we didn't predict these type of injuries would come, but they do come. And clearly, it's happened to Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and is any of the depth that we've let go playing for a team that's competing for the title?
not competing, but they're doing way better than they did in the previous years. Like ESR's doing really, really good.
No, he's not. He's doing nowhere near the levels
I
he
feel
did
like
at
he had a
Arsenal.
good impact in the start of the team.
Yeah.
But like, okay, you got rid of those players, but
Yeah.
who did you get instead?
Yeah, but you expect us to let go of 6 players and sign 6 players, brother. We don't have the financials
about-
of Chelsea.
I just think
It's not how it works.
you guys paid off the stadium. You're actually in a very good, comfortable position where you can go and spend 100 million on a striker. Arsenal can. I reckon 100%.
Get Osherman, bro.
Can
Just
we-
bring in Osherman.
Let's flip
Bro,
it another
let's
way.
be real.
Let's say Arteta was gone tomorrow. Who do you get into the club that's available?
That was gonna be
and
my
is
question.
realistic.
Fucking no one.
Who would
Ozil.
you get in there? Yeah. I take the piss. I always say Arteta out as soon as Arsenal lose
Yeah,
a game. or something.
everyone does. The
I'm
only
not
genuine
Arteta
reason-
out,
honestly-
but what I am for
I don't-
is some of the
yeah.
decision making by the club, not just Arteta,
Yeah.
can be questioned. I think that's fair enough.
No,
Yeah.
I
I think
agree.
to say like nothing can be questioned and you always have to be positive about the direction of the club, I think
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
Yeah.
There's always some things to nitpick at, but overall, he's got enough credit in the bank to make the necessary changes to go again next season.
Yeah.
Now, if next season we're talking about this situation in the same light, then maybe a few more question marks are going to arise and Arsenal fans will be going, well,
As long as
is
he
he
doesn't
really
really
the guy who's going to get us across the line, or can we do better? And then it goes back to availability again. Because
as
if
long as he
Alonso's
doesn't
gone to
bring
Real
in-
Madrid,
Yeah, then he's
like who do you actually get?
well.
Right, there's a few- there's a
Give me
few-
a second.
Go for
As
it.
long as he doesn't next year, as long as he doesn't bring in another left back and someone like
No,
Mourinho,
we
should be
do
alright.
need a left back.
Bro, you've got like
Bro,
50
this is
left
what
backs.
you guys don't understand. Kiwior is going. Zinchenko
Yeah.
is going. We've got Calafiori. Listen to me. We've
Yeah.
got Calafiori, 22 years old. He's younger than Saka.
Yeah.
Miles Skelly, 18 years old. They're our 2 left backs, bro.
Yeah, but you
So
brought
we-
him in
we
as a
need-
big signing, Calafiori.
No.
Then if you're going to bring him in, then why are you going for another one then? How many left backs do you guys want?
Bro, we brought in Calafiori, left back, centre back hybrid, which is what Kiwior is.
Yes.
Yeah? We need a left back. This is what I'm saying. Like you guys see, left backs.
Wait,
Yeah,
did you
but
not
then-
say Timber was that guy?
But
He's a
defensively,
right- he's a
I don't
right
think
back.
defensively
But can he not
Arsenal
play
is
left
the
back too?
problem.
How many? Okay.
Sorry?
I don't think defensively Arsenal is lacking. Your defense is actually even scoring your goals. I just feel like you guys need a striker.
Bro, I agree. And
You
he's tried to sign
100%.
multiple strikers. He's tried to
Not
sign them.
hard enough. You guys haven't tried hard enough.
Bro, we put in a fucking bid for Sesko's release clause.
Maybe Arsenal are not that club either.
You know what? That's triggering me. Let's move on, bro. Tell us how good Amorim is, bro. Please. Fucking hell. Tell us how
I just, you know what? I think. Wait. Before
getting
we
a
go
headache.
back there, I just don't think any striker wants to come.
But this was my point to Alpy.
Is that what it is? You reckon
Yeah.
I
players
feel
just
like-
don't want to come Arsenal?
Well, Sesko decided to sign a new contract. He's like,
That's
fuck
because
that.
Sesko was told that he can't be guaranteed game time over Havertz, who at the time, his form was unbelievable. And the way he started this season, his form was unbelievable.
30 GA.
It's dropped off.
Yeah.
He's currently our top goal scorer with 12.
I think Gabriel's a better
And he
striker.
single-handedly cost you the FA Cup.
Yeah, he made a few mistakes, but I'd say it's probably more on Odegaard and the penalty miss.
Before Veki goes into his question, I have a quick one.
Yeah.
Like, because you're saying, how long did it take? Well, what did Fergie win in the first
Yeah.
7 years? Let's say Arteta goes all the way and he's at the club for 20 years. At what point do you reckon in that time, what's like a decent level of success? Like at what time
Has to be
period?
next year for him.
How many years does it take before it's like, all right, now we're getting a bit tired of this?
It has to be next year, I reckon.
Oh, so as in when do I expect him? When should he win a trophy?
When do you think let's
This
say
year?
you
Well,
personally and
I
as
thought he
the
should have
fan
won a
base too.
trophy this season.
Yeah,
But now that's most likely being pushed to next season.
yeah.
I believe his contract's up in 2027. And
That's what, like 2
feel,
years?
Yeah, I feel like if he hasn't won anything by then, he would just. I think it'd just be a mutual parting.
Move him on, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I still reckon Arsenal can save their season. They can potentially win the Prem if they sign the right striker.
Yeah, but we don't have.
But you got to
the
go think
money
about
to
the market
spend.
too, though. Who's out there at the
We
moment?
don't have the money.
Hey,
to spend.
Who's out there at the
Bro,
moment? in Jan?
100 mil would buy you a fucking
Who?
world. You can get Gyökeres for 60 mil.
Would he come though?
He does have. He does have.
He does have a release
He's
clause.
release
Actually,
clause
yeah, that's
60.
true. It's
Hey,
very
yeah,
cheap.
63, but Goico has played in the championship and couldn't get more than fucking 3 goals a season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when he came to England, he was shit.
But he's developed now. He's now
I reckon Osherman.
he's now scoring goals against Prem teams in the Champions League.
I'm pretty
He's
sure.
like- he's
I'm
scored
pretty
3
sure he
penalties
made a
against City.
promise to Sporting not to leave in Jan.
Yeah, that too, because I think they didn't want to lose Amorim.
I get
and-
that, but
Because they know they're
sometimes
going to
the
lose him, but he's
right-
like, I'll
yeah.
stay in Jan. I won't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I get that, but sometimes the right price, regardless
The
of
United
who you
price.
Yeah, that's only
Regardless
if you guys
of
would
who
play
you
that.
United
But
money
we're the
is
Not
team.
everyone's got your moral compass, Riad.
Let's throw 100 million at him.
Look, we've got Hoyland, we've got Xerxes.
Yeah, both fucking.
Do you want to transition into Amorim then, maybe?
Choose one.
Let's go. Jump into the Amorim.
Yeah, you guys want to talk about Amorim?
Amorim topic.
Yeah.
I feel like this is Amorim's turning point. This is his resurgence.
Hold on. Can I ask one question
This
of
was.
Alpy?
This is.
Can I ask Alpy one question
Of
regarding
course you
Arsenal,
can.
just to finish off?
Yeah.
Of course you can.
Now, with Gabriel Jesus being out,
Yeah.
would you mind a mid-level stopgap solution till summer?
Yeah,
Just
that's
to
why I
provide
take-
some competition.
That's why I take Rashford now.
Rashford.
Yeah.
Oh, so you would take Rashford?
I'd take Rashford.
I
now.
feel
Bro,
like
we have
Rashford-
no players.
Would you sell Rashford?
Bro, we
I
have
would
no
sell
players.
Rashford.
But would you get
Okay.
him, like, of all people?
On a
though?
loan, I'd take him. We have no players.
You're better
Bro,
off loaning
think of-
Darwin Núñez or something.
We
You know
have
what I mean?
Sterling, Trossard, Martinelli, and Havertz. That's our attacking three, bro. That's four players for
That
a
was
front
easy.
three.
That was easy.
That's bad.
Just
bro.
kidding.
That's what we've got.
Just buy Núñez off us, please.
You guys rejected a Saudi bid for 70
That
million.
cannot be
70
true.
I don't know if that's true. That can't be.
I
right.
would bite their hand. That's 70 mil.
Liverpool would
and
not-
apparently reports say he believes he can get more. Edwards?
Wow.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
delusional.
Hughes and
Anyway,
Edwards.
he reckons
is
he
another
could get what we
conversation.
paid for him.
That's another
Back
conversation.
to the great man and
Back
Amorim.
to Amorim,
Amorim,
resurgence
yeah.
after 2 games.
You guys have any questions for me, or should I just?
No, you run
give
a
guys
monologue,
my
bro.
opinion?
Can I make a statement, Riad?
Yeah.
Run a monologue.
I feel like the whole talk of resurgence is a bit premature. I feel like,
don't
yes.
Don't say that yet.
Oh, why not?
No. Just let him go.
Let him go.
I'll let you machine gun it. Go on.
Here you go. Run a monologue. Get your notes
Look,
out.
I just no. I want to give him the credit that he deserves. Like,
Manchester United.
are we back? Like, seriously, are we back? We're undefeated this year. All right. When was the last time? When was the last time United competed against City, Liverpool, and Arsenal? And we got results.
Hold on.
All three
What are they competing
in the
in,
last
though?
month.
Cool, yeah, what's you can't say competed just because they didn't lose against them, but
Well, we won 2.
you've come up against
We've
them.
beaten
You've played a
Arsenal.
match.
Hold on,
We've
Riyad.
beaten
played
Arsenal,
matches.
we've beaten Liverpool.
Riyad, before you start, let me read this to you.
Yeah.
26 shots to 7. Tell me who had 26.
Arsenal.
Yeah. 71% possession to 29% possession. Tell me who had 71.
Arsenal.
657 passes to 290.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
And then who was doing this at the end of the game?
And then 1-1. 1-1. Yeah.
Brother,
No, listen.
That
you
was
won on penalties.
That game was a fucking,
You won on
cheating fucking dogs.
you won on penalties.
Bunch
and
of cheating
credit
dogs.
to you
bro.
for winning on penalties, but don't say that you competed with Arsenal and you competed with Liverpool and you competed with
With
City.
what
You
we've
did
got,
not compete
with what
any
we've got,
three of them.
despite not actually controlling the ball or controlling the game, we played unreal.
No, you didn't.
Our strategy was phenomenal.
Your
The
strategy
tactics
was luck.
Was great. No, it wasn't.
Your
bro.
strategy was luck.
We were never going to dominate the ball against Arsenal at the Emirates.
That's right. And
One.
if
Two,
Arsenal or Liverpool,
that fucking ref had a hard on for United.
Oh,
bro.
here we go.
That ref had
you
a
guys were 10 men.
fucking had a hard on.
Not sure if Arsenal.
Don't get me wrong. That yellow for the second one they got sent him off, absolutely it was there. But that's what happens when you give out fucking yellows like
Both
they
of them were
lollies,
yellow.
bro. No way,
Bro, are you kidding me? The
No way.
tackle on
Bro,
Mosley
Bruno got tackled literally on the edge of the fucking box.
Mosley Skelly.
Bruno
From behind.
Bruno got fucking tackled on
Yeah.
the edge of the box, okay?
Yeah.
Out of frustration, he throws his shoe down, cops a fucking yellow.
Yep.
He goes, here,
Dissent.
fuck, bro. You
Isn't that the
fucking
rules
got
of
that
dissent,
wrong.
though, isn't it?
You
Yeah, that's
copped that
dissent.
wrong. No, it's not dissent, bro.
You
He's
know
putting
what?
his fucking boot down so they can put it on.
Yeah.
And on top
Trying to
of
look
that,
for a keeper.
for a fucking ref that knows there's no VAR, he needs to be 110% fucking certain, and he gave away the worst penalty call I've ever seen.
I agree.
Yeah,
Besides the
against
penalty.
10 fucking men.
Yeah,
So
besides the penalty,
justice
everything was fine.
prevails, bro.
Yeah, no, bro, I'm not saying you guys...
You
didn't-
guys could have won it. Havertz had literally 2 chances, 3 possibly, open.
This is what I'm saying. You didn't compete. Your tactics weren't great.
We competed.
You didn't compete, and your
competed
tactics weren't great.
with
what you
10
done,
men for 60 plus
No,
minutes.
What you done is you rode out your luck, and you had a lot of it. Arsenal players couldn't finish, and you won on penalties, which I can. Bro, you guys deserved it. I'm not saying you didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you didn't compete. You didn't compete against Liverpool, and you
Fucking
didn't
oath we competed against Liverpool, bro.
You didn't compete against Liverpool
No,
or
we
Arsenal,
competed.
bro. I'm
We
sorry.
competed.
It's a language thing. You can't say like if you're saying you're competing,
Competed.
you're saying that you are pretty
Toe
much
to toe.
in the race.
Yeah.
Against us, yeah, man for man, and also you're going to win. Like you're in contention to win
We
something.
competed
I can
because
say devil's advocate against Liverpool. They looked pretty good. They were
We
competing
competed.
for most of the game.
We did.
They
Genuinely don't
played
remember
alright. I'll give them
anymore.
that, but
We-
it's
we
not. It's
played
not
well.
competing, bro.
You said they should have.
From-
They should have beaten you guys.
From the last 6 weeks that we've had, where we've been absolutely abysmal because clearly the players just couldn't play for Amorim, to what we've been doing for the last month in the new year, you can see there's a transition. You can see there's a difference from last year to this year.
All
I
right.
feel
So
like,
only
you're,
a few-
I feel like
it's only
you're
a
riding
couple
a recency bias. I need to see a larger sample size.
are you making the top 4?
No, oh fuck.
Are you making the top 4? And are
wanna
you winning
be-
the Premier League?
I
next
want to
year?
be. We're not winning the Prem. We're not winning the Prem.
Okay, are you making top 4 this year?
As much as I want to say yes, I'm going to be realistic.
So you're finishing
I
second.
feel like we might finish top 6 though.
Well,
13th?
I feel like we
14th.
might finish top 6.
what are they at the moment?
14th, but they got a game
If
in
we
hand.
continue this form, yeah,
Who's
I-
next?
They
we got Southampton.
Oh,
We've
wow.
actually
That's a
got
big 6-pointer.
We've got an easier run.
That's a big 6-pointer.
That is a big
Oh.
6-pointer.
Oh fuck! The North London Derby's on tomorrow.
We've got an
Oh my
easier
God, I
run
can't wait to
coming
watch
up. We've got our next 3 games are at home.
No, but that's the thing. There's no easy run for you guys, bro. That's you can't say that with certainty.
If we play like we are playing over the last month, I'm telling you now, we should be able to finish 6.
I'm going to put a $100 bet on tonight with Sportsbet that United will lose against Southampton.
If we lose against Southampton,
So
our
what,
season's done and we won't finish top 10.
Inshallah. All right.
But I feel like open-heartedly, I honestly reckon Amorim is the manager to take us to the promised
Is he
land.
going to win a
No.
premiership before Arteta?
We will see.
Yes.
He will never win the Premier League title. at
We will see.
Manchester United.
It's going to be a long road ahead.
No
that's all I
player,
say.
no coach playing 3-4-3 will win.
Bro, what do you mean? Chelsea did it. They won the Champions League with a back 3.
3-4.
Man City won 3-4 consecutive Premier Leagues with basically a back 3.
No, with a back 4 with an inverting fullback.
Yeah, but
No
they're
wing-
always
no
attacking.
wing-backs.
They're always attacking.
No.
So they've got basically three centre backs.
No
with
wing-backs.
Gvardiol playing as a
Well,
fullback.
what I'm telling you is a team with wing-backs will never win a Premier League.
Chelsea did it. Conte did
Chelsea
it.
didn't have wing-backs.
Yes, they
We
did,
had
bro. They
Victor-
played a back 3 system.
They had a central 4. They didn't have wing-backs.
Well, it's going to be the first then.
Transition.
Going to be the first.
All right. Was that? I think that's it with Amorim.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's throw to the Veki.
I
It's
Special
100%
shout out to Alonso
trust
and
me.
Reece James for the Champions League run. Fuck, Alonso was a fucking baller.
All right. On a more
So
positive
slow,
note
though.
now, I feel like we'll.
We'll throw it to the
Bro,
Veki.
he's probably one of the worst sides to ever win a Champions
Oh,
League.
no. They're definitely the worst.
And you
Definitely
can say
was.
that about both our Champions League, but
Hey, no.
at
Hey,
least
before
I'm
we go
saying
into that, our Champions League.
I'm sorry,
that
but when
most
Liverpool
recent
won it,
win-
we were clearly the best team in the world.
regardless of the
No,
final.
I'm saying the two that we've won,
Yeah.
the two teams that we put on both the finals could be, you could say, the two of the
better.
worst teams.
Yeah.
But hey,
Yeah,
you got to be there to win it,
That's
bro.
it.
Our run into
Break.
that our final was crazier than the final. I'll give it that. But you
But-
can't
and
deny
we-
that
wait,
that
wait,
run.
Just
so-
had the best
first
final
of
of
all-
all time.
Yeah, first of all,
No,
we
I'm
got
talking about the
the
recent ones,
least
not-
goals in the
not
Champions League
2005, yeah.
history that tournament. We could be the worst, but we had a young team, and we were upcoming to a transfer ban, and we fucking won it, mate. It is what it is.
He's not wrong.
It's just not a memorable side at all.
Hey, they're all
Except to
spuds now.
Chelsea fans.
That's the whole point of it.
Kick us off, Vex. What do you have for us?
I got nothing. No, I'm joking. I want to kind of mix it up a little bit. I feel like we should have done this at the start of the pod, but we never got a chance to for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I wanted to get into some of our earliest memories of football. What got us into football? Stories about our football journey, if we had one. Some of us are, early starters. Some of us late bloomers. But yeah, just a series of questions really to you guys.
Are you going to answer the questions yourself?
Personally, no.
Why?
I don't think there's enough time. To be
People
honest.
should know about you as well.
Yeah, maybe at the end if there's time. But Alpy, I'm
Quick fire,
gonna.
surely.
Should we do this as all questions to one person, then move on, or we'll just rotate it? I feel like we'll rotate it.
You're running the show, mate.
First question, Alpy, and then we'll rotate to Oogie. What is your earliest football memory?
My earliest football memory. I got a couple, but I'm going to say the one that sticks out in my head the most. Now, I grew up with a ball at my feet.
I clearly didn't.
That's for another episode, I reckon.
The earliest memory I have is when I was born, my grandma came down here, and she stayed here till I was 4 years old. She stayed here illegally for a very long time. And I remember that we used to have. Everyone would know these. You know those wine glass doors with the yellow stained wine glass
Oh yeah,
bottoms?
yeah.
Yes.
We had double doors of them in our living room. So I separated our dining and our living room. And I used to go in the middle of them and play as keeper while she would throw like a scrunched up newspaper.
Yeah.
And that's the earliest memory I have of ever playing like football.
So
or
you
anything
could have
outside.
been a
keeper.
goalkeeper.
I never forget. I might have been a little bit maybe 5 years old. Like because I remember this vividly. Dad saw me doing it and he cracked the shits.
Really?
He got so angry that I was being a keeper.
Oh,
No son of mine's going to be a keeper.
Yeah, and
Not that you're playing in the lounge
bro, I
room.
swear to God, yeah. So I started playing when I was 5 years old at Moorabbin City Soccer Club, which is now Bentley Greens, yeah. And my first coach was Christian Sarkis. He used to play for Melbourne Victory. And I remember we were like a couple games into the season and he put me in goals. I'll never forget this. Vallahi billah. Dad came around to where the goalposts are and he's like to me in Turkish, he's like, what are you doing in goals? And I don't know. I'm listening to the coach.
I'm not driving you home if you play this game.
Picture like a 2 foot tall little kid, yeah, like tiny. And he's like, get out of here, like chuk buradan. He's like, get out of the goal. You know what I mean? And then he's going and he's yelling at the coach to put me on the field. Like, bro, my man was the best. I saw him throw his fucking linesman flag at a referee once. Bro, my man was the best when it came to soccer. He used to
You have to, bro. It's a wog. It's a wog, you know.
Can't help it. He used to run up and down holding his keys on his hip. He's jingling. He'd be running up and down.
Yeah,
Bro.
the
Like,
little lanyard thing.
giving fucking offside.
You know what's funny? This could have been like the start of Alpy being like this future world-class keeper. And then in that moment, his dad just said, nah.
Yeah.
See you later.
Outfield player.
It's like those butterfly effect moments. you know?
Not to make this all about me, but in my first 2 games ever as a kid, and I've got the newspaper cut out for it, I scored 27 goals.
Far out.
Jesus, you must
What, in first 2 games?
First 2 games.
So,
hell.
wait, how old were you?
I would have been like 5 or 6.
So you're playing toddlers?
Yeah, I was playing 5 or 6 years old. So yeah, man, like 5, 6-year-old kids. Same
You can only play what's in front of you, bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got the cut out at home.
I reckon your dad was looking at like agencies to sign you up for.
Bro,
After that,
genuinely,
bro.
I'm pretty sure he sent videotapes to Turkey. Like actual like VCs, like
Fair
I'm
enough,
talking,
yeah.
you know, like the big VCRs.
The bazooka.
Like, yeah. Like,
JVC would have been back in the day, yeah.
With the fucking fold out
Yeah,
screen.
yeah,
and shit,
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
still
we've
got
got a
them,
goalkeeping origin story. This is why I like this because I obviously none of us ever knew that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Like, long
So next
ago.
time we'll play indoor.
I'm
I know who
Test
our
him out.
keeper is.
Oogie, earliest football memory, my friend.
My one was not the football that you're thinking. My earliest football not football memory. I started football late at 9 years old, but at 7.
Wait
for
till you
2
get to me, bro.
At 7, I played Auskick. So anyone that doesn't know, it's a program for youth for AFL, Australian Football League, and I played for Springer Scorpions as a striker.
Oh, did you play
As a
actual?
full forward,
You played
two
like
years.
footy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I played
Okay.
2 years as a full forward, but I was so lazy. So fat, and I just did not run. And the coach came up to me. He's like, mate, your kids,
Jumping goals.
Your kids just doesn't run. He's like football for running. So my dad was like, what am I going to make him do? So
Charlie.
yeah, so Charlie's like, he pulled me out. We actually played at the MCG, so Auskick program, and I was eating Maccas at halftime. He bought me Maccas. That's the type of player I was. He's like, all right, I'll pull you out. He took me to Dingley, and I was 9 years old, and I got to Dingley, and they're like, yeah, you're going in goals because you can't run. so that's how I started as a goalkeeper, and I was a goalkeeper till I was 26, and then I became a prolific striker.
I turned you into a prolific striker.
Prolific striker, yeah.
I did play AFL, and I did play football, and I wish I actually stuck to that instead of playing soccer because for the first couple of years, because I would have been super fit,
Yep.
and I would have been very physical and maybe injury free. That would have kept me playing
Or
now.
more injured.
Or more
Probably
injured. Probably
true.
break
Lost a
more toes.
shoulder or something, right?
But yeah, and that's how I became a keeper. And
Interesting. So if you had a choice to do it again, you'd go AFL route.
I would try and play footy, but
Okay.
I know I wouldn't last long. I'll still end up back at soccer. But honestly, I would love to see when I was really fit, I would have loved to see how I would play.
2017.
I would have got crunched in an instant. I would have been juiced. I watch him play and I'm like, I don't want to play, especially in that cold, frosty. But no,
Yeah.
Bro, if Ronnie can play now, you could play now.
bro, he plays against fucking grandpas, man. So You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, people get king hit and shit in Divi 75 reserves. So
Yeah, actually, it is pretty. Yeah, I've heard
it's
stories
brutal, man.
It's
from
brutal.
people's
I saw-
kids at work. They talk about. They're like, "Oh, I took my son to the game on the weekend. Someone got bottled or something." Like actual. It's
Well,
Brutal,
last year, Ronick played a game and he was having a tiff with some old. The guy's like 45. He has like 2 kids that were watching the game, and Ronick caught him off the ball and knocked him out. He shoulder barged him.
Like
And
clean,
the guy they had to close. The game had to stop because he had to go to hospital.
This sounds so familiar to me.
What was this one? Who, me?
No.
Me.
The one next
Oh,
to you.
mate, this guy elbowed. Anyway, we can go back to his side. So I started playing at Dingley.
familiar to me.
Yeah, that's another one. This guy elbowed a bloke that's very known to the club. He's like a clubman and we're playing against him. And this guy turned around and elbowed him once.
He's like 41 years old.
He
I
was
was just-
literally.
Please tell me
Yeah,
that's
we
not
don't
your
do this.
earliest
Go.
football memory.
But that's my earliest football memory.
There you go.
Very nice.
Bro, with me, my earliest football memory is literally when I got my license as an 18-year-old. I used to play basketball, footy, and then I got into high school, and everyone played soccer. It was like a fucking Turkish school.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm not Turk. And I had to just fucking adapt and play soccer with those guys. And as much as I wanted to join a club, my parents were like, nah, education. And until I got my license, I was able to enroll into a soccer club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
enough.
but then, yeah, I was bad, bro. I was
Too angry.
really bad. I was so angry. I was the worst. I reckon in one season I copped 5 red cards and 15 yellow in one season, and I was playing under like 5 other guys' names, bro.
Oh, you did the dodgy.
I was the worst bloke. Worst bloke.
So at what point did you realize that it's not about the aggression and the physical stuff? Never.
Once the kids came along,
Zen.
late in my 20s. But yeah,
Berkz, we know.
yeah, that was I literally picked up football
Yeah.
really, really late. I used to play basketball. Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
there you go.
Can you tell them the first memory and then your last memory?
Oh yeah, I will. That's good. I know what you're talking about exactly. My earliest football memory was actually from this morning when I watched Liverpool play for the first time. Like in terms of, I feel like football's been around me like my whole life, but I've like ignored it for a while because like as a kid, my interests were just scattered to like I used to love games and music and whatever else. My earliest actual memory of like being fully involved in football was the 2002 World Cup. And like the trips down to Brody and watching the Turkey games at Coburg and and Dallas, that was the best thing ever. So that was like what made me like love it, even if it was from a distance. But in terms of when I first started to play, I obviously played indoor from like teenage years, let's say probably like 16 onwards until
Did you?
21-ish, yeah.
Can't tell.
I was shocking, yeah. That was no good.
In sports, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I thought, I was like, all right, you know what? When I my first time actually signing up for an outdoor club, and I set it to myself as a challenge. I was like, I'm going to see if I can get into a club and actually play games and see how I go. The first time was at 21.
Well, which
I started playing.
Lindell?
I started at Casey Panthers.
Casey Pan.
Casey Panthers.
Wow.
And I only went in with the intention, I'm going to make reserves. If I can make reserves, it's fine, which I did. And then I ended up playing, I think, 6 seasons off the back of that,
Wow.
consistently.
That's incredible.
And then finished up at Lindale. My last memory, actually, that wasn't my last memory, but a fond memory of my playing career, if you want to call it that, was getting done by Oogie on the pitch against Aspendale Stingrays while I was at Knox United.
I told him I was
Shocking.
playing striker, and I told the coach, I go, put me on his side. So instead of playing a striker, I played as a winger, just to see how I go against him.
Hey, that game, honestly, I think it finished 15-1. That's how bad
I scored the first 3 goals.
like that time. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think you came. But I scored the first 3 goals, and I subbed myself off half time.
Yeah. It was unreal. Unreal.
wow.
Yeah, that's my prime.
Very
Wow.
nice.
But tell us your
You
earliest
give us yours
memory
too,
too,
Vex.
bro.
I'm gonna like change it up because everyone's had like more so like childhood stuff. My earliest football memory is
6 months ago.
Frank and Ronald de Boer for the Dutch national team.
Oh, the brothers. You've
And
told
you
us
had
before, yeah.
Bergkamp, Rijkaard. I was, and still am to this day, I love watching the Dutch national team. Like I've
Class.
always gone for the Dutch national team because of their technicality.
Not
I
so
feel
bad.
like, not so much lately, but back in the day, Dutch players were absolutely unreal. And honestly, Oranje, I follow them to this day more than I follow Serbian national
And
team.
they're
Fair
fucking
enough.
shit right now, bro.
I
The
went to
Dutch these days are
Maybe
nowhere
right now,
near
yeah.
some of the players they used to have technically. Like,
when did I
absolutely
go?
unreal.
I watched them play Greece in Holland.
Yeah.
Where I think it was 2006, I think a couple of years after they won the Euros when I was over there.
Yeah.
Ridiculous, man. The stadium's like a party. It's just a big orange party.
I don't know if you guys remember, but either Frank or Ronald, they coached Crystal Palace for a period a few seasons ago. Weren't any good,
I think it was Frank,
and they
wasn't
just let him go.
No, wasn't it Ronald Koeman? No.
No.
He was at
One of the
Everton.
De Boer brothers.
I think it was Frank. Frank there, wasn't it? Yeah.
So yeah, I grew up watching Total Dutch Football, which was great.
Unbelievable. Dutch
Yeah.
football's
Man,
ridiculous.
some of those clips from back in the days at the World Cups and stuff when they were just all 11 players were just
Just
There was no
just
tactical
taking a piss,
adeptness
man. Like Edgar
Wow.
Davids, what a player! Like,
They
just
were the
unreal.
original flary team, like,
Yeah,
in terms
yeah.
of from Europe, for example.
Like if you wanted to be inspired as a player, you watch the Dutch national team.
yeah, they were very good. I don't know
Yeah.
these days.
So that is my earliest football memory.
Well, since you're still on the topic of Veki, how did you start following Liverpool?
For me personally, I was going through some family stuff at the time, like a rough period, and I resonated highly with the "You'll Never Walk Alone" anthem. I've heard it at a few other clubs before,
Yeah.
like Celtic and stuff like that. But at
Celtic was so
Liverpool,
much better.
it was so loud. It was so like it gave you goosebumps.
Yeah.
Was that the speakers?
No. There is a famous even if you try and find it on YouTube now, because it's like so old, 240p videos.
Yeah.
There's a Liverpool Chelsea semi-final video where that ghost goal happens with Luis Garcia. The atmosphere is so loud you can't hear anything else. Like it's just booming. It's so like violent.
Wow.
So when I like listened to the "You'll Never Walk Alone," like I started eventually following a single player, and that was Gerrard. He was just a complete powerhouse. Like the shots, and I'm like, if I'm gonna follow Liverpool, I might as well just follow the entire club. And
Yeah.
ever since then, I've just been watching.
Liverpool.
So
There you
yeah,
go.
Fair enough.
that's how I got into Liverpool, and that's how I started.
How about
following
you,
Liverpool.
Alpy? How did you get into Arsenal, bro? At what age?
Oh, fuck. I was young. What year was Dreamcast? 98?
To like yeah.
I would have been like 7 years old when I got my first Arsenal jersey. I got a photo of it if you want to put it up, actually.
Oh, it's in the chat, isn't it? I'll try and
I
find
look
it.
like cute
Put
in
it up,
Yeah.
bro. Put it up.
I'm full cute in it. But yeah, so that was the first top outside of a Turkish team. Like my Turkish team's Beşiktaş, and these days it's Fener more. So I'm full trader. Yeah,
Sick cunt.
yeah. Fuck, bro, my old man was Fener again.
That's gross, bro.
And
Come on.
he did.
Nah,
anything
you know what's gross?
possible.
Castro's gross, bro.
Yeah, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was the first outside team that I got a top of, and then the reason I started following Arsenal heavily, and this you're going to actually really like this, was when they lost the cup game to Gullah. Because Dad hated Gullah so much that I didn't want Gullah to win that game. Genuinely, yeah. And because then Arsenal, the top, Arsenal, everything, I was like, I'm Arsenal. Like that was it. And then Henry, bro, how could you not? Berkz, these players were magical.
Yeah.
So you started following them when they're losing, and they're still shit, and they're losing.
I started following him when I was 7
That
in
is
98.
So
When
So
they,
you saw the invincible period.
They won a major trophy since then.
That is
they won the
commitment.
fucking double that year.
Unlike the city scums now, where you tell me a fucking city legend, and they can't name anyone other than fucking Aguero.
Mine goes back quite a long way.
There you go.
And it was from, I vividly remember it being the UEFA Cup game that they lost against Gullah in the final. 2003.
I
It's good
think-
reasoning too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Berkz and Veki are going to like my answer. So my old man goes to Liverpool.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a Liverpool supporter.
Get him on the
Moly.
podcast.
And
Get on,
So
get on Charlie, man.
So he's a man with values, unlike Oogie.
I don't know
when I was
values.
young-
I'd use values for Charlie. We love him.
He's a porno anyway.
We love him.
Mate, he goes on dates. He's a sexiest guy. Yeah. Shout out to Charlie. He's never going to watch it anyway.
Does not give a fuck.
So when I was young, he used to go, yeah, go for Liverpool. And I'm like, I hate the team that you follow. So I went opposite. Originally, what I had, he got me a blue jersey when I was young, and I had it till this day. But it was always been in the storage unit, and this whole time I thought it was a Chelsea jersey because it was like one of those. No, it was like nylon ones. You know, they're like, and it had, and I'm like, I'll go so it was at my grandma's, and I'm like, Charlie, do you have his jersey still? He's like, yeah, it's blue. You know, I'll go for Liverpool. He this whole time, so I'm like, automatically, I just thought it was a Chelsea jersey. So I just started following Chelsea. Anything to go against Charlie, that's what I was. If he goes to Liverpool, I'm going for Chelsea. So that's how it started. And then I finally 2 years ago, I got him go get that jersey for me. So he ended up getting it because he moved houses. I checked it. It's a fucking Rangers jersey.
Oh wow!
This whole time, a Ferguson #5 Rangers jersey.
So you became a Chelsea fan by accident, pretty much.
I thought that was a.
Isn't that how all Chelsea fans become Chelsea fans?
That's literally how it all happens, bro.
But yeah, that's how I originally became a Chelsea fan, and thank God I did because we've been so successful in the last 20 years. So I enjoy it.
The last 5
There
years.
you go.
And you know what? And my dad used to hate Zola for some reason.
Why?
I used to
don't know.
love Zola.
Jean
I don't know
Franco?
why.
How could you hate Zola?
And no, because he was a
Franco.
Liverpool fan, and he just didn't like he was. But look, he doesn't follow it as much anymore any day. But he just didn't like him, obviously, because he was just so good against Liverpool and this and that. So, and that's it. And I thought I had a fucking Chelsea jersey my whole life. And
That's funny. That's a good
I'm like,
story.
I'm gonna wear this
that.
vintage kit. It's probably gonna fit into me when I was like, really skinny. I'm like, oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
I get it. And I'm looking at the logo, and I'm like, is this our old logo?
Wanted to wear a kit that his dad got him when he was 7 years old.
It's big. It was XL. It's really big.
Just to see if he fits in it.
And I'm having a look at it, and I'm like, doesn't look right. And I searched it up. It was Rangers, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a Rangers. I'm also a Rangers fan as well. So.
It's such a like Turk special, you know what I mean? Just to get the complete
It's
wrong
really,
thing.
it's really
It could be-
the
it could
color
be
blue.
fake for all I know.
Anything blue, really.
Yeah,
anything blue.
Yeah, London blue.
That's why I like Everton, and I hate Liverpool. So
Riyad, why'd you
Fair
start
enough.
glory hunting?
Bro. I followed United because of CR7, bro. Like, literally. I think he
so
would
you're a
have
glory hunter.
Yeah, 2000 and... I think he joined in 2004. But I
That
started...
early, was he?
2004, I think
It
he
was
started
7,
following.
wasn't it?
Nah.
Let me fact check that.
It was
Nah,
5 or 6.
No, it was 2004 or 2005. CR7 joined United. Then he had that like Ballon d'Or year in 2008, but
2004. Actually, yeah.
2004.
Oh, right, he was there.
No,
that long ago.
2003.
Oh, wait, we joined 2003.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah,
fuck,
so-
long time.
Long time. CR7, like he wasn't like the superstar then, but in 2000 I started really getting into it. Do you guys remember when like SBS used to have the Champions Leagues on?
Back in the day, yeah.
Back in the days when we were like fucking 12 years old, and that's how I really got into football.
Did you catch the
Full
Sporting
streaming
game
services.
Hey?
when he was at Sporting playing against United?
No, I never caught it because like
I watched it.
I knew of United and that, but I didn't really follow it. Like for me, it was like footy and basketball.
Yeah.
And then CR7 came and he started to make a name for himself at United, and that's when I started to gain a bit of interest. And then 2006 or 7 onwards is when I fell in love with the club, and I was like watching him religiously. But I was only watching him on SBS, so like they used to play at 4:45, and I used to set up my alarm and turn on SBS to watch it, bro. But yeah. Since then, so literally CR7 got me following Man United. Good times.
Very nice.
Yes, Berkz.
Berkz?
I actually used to, back in the day, because I'm a child of FIFA, as you probably aren't, but I used to, I used to be real into like, when I used to play, I love red anyway as a colour, because Turkish, obviously, red flag. Red is our colour for most people. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I like the colour red. So I was like, at the time, I think it was like FIFA, might have been FIFA 04, 05, around that time.
Fuck, I was old then, bro. I was like 14, 15, bro.
Actually, no, relax, bro. I was like 10. You would be actually. You're fucking old, bro.
Bro, I used to play Drogba, bro. I fucking
Yeah.
take the piss.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's a mind blower. Anyway, yeah, I was about 10-ish, maybe 9 or 10. And I used to actually really like Arsenal because of Henri. Because he was always on the cover and everything. I was like, fire, he's a gun, whatever. I used to like play with him as well. But then I discovered Gerrard through all of that. and I
Spam
was-
shooting.
I just, I
shooting.
I fell in love with Gerrard, and I was
Like
like,
Adriano in PES.
I used to be like a
From
closet
halfway, bro.
Arsenal fan, believe it or not, back in the day. Like real, like, ooh, because I didn't support a club. And then I was like, you know what? I love Gerrard. And then Liverpool. I just started going down that rabbit hole. And
What else are you closeted? No, like as in,
I got 2 rings, bro.
I was saying, like, what other fan? Like, you know, what other team?
Boys,
Yeah.
boys, with these next questions, I'm gonna do a quick fire round.
Yeah.
You might want to expand like a little bit, but not too much, because obviously we'll have another
Yeah.
activity to do. So I'm gonna do a quick fire question.
Yep.
Alpy, starting with you. Who was your favorite player growing up?
Sarjan.
Who?
Sarjan.
Sarjan.
Yeah.
I personally have never heard of him, but I do imagine he's some sort of creative
Say it
flair
again?
player.
What did I say?
Sad again.
Sorry, sad again.
Say it again.
Yeah. There was,
Unbelievable.
there was
He
one-
scored against Chelsea, a belter.
yeah, there was one ad he did on the beach with a rainbow flick that I'll never forget.
Bro, he scored a worldie against, and he was overweight. He was smoking, drinking.
Yeah.
And they offered him 300,000. I think they said per goal.
Wow.
It was Chelsea away. No, Chelsea at home against Inter. And he scored
Wait,
2
who offered him
goals.
that much?
Back then.
The president. He's like,
Like in
you
Turkey?
score.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
Far out.
There's an ad. There's a clip. I'll clip it. And he's like, fuck it. I'll just score 2 goals against Chelsea.
Yeah.
So he just made 600 grand like that.
Yeah, he's just,
Nice.
They
Unreal.
loved him, bro.
But then he retired.
But,
Oogie?
and Henri, obviously.
Henri.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite player, Oogie?
Alex
growing
de Souza.
up? Alex de Souza.
Just magic.
Yeah.
What a fucking player he
Player
was.
he
He
was.
was. Yeah, he was.
At the foot.
He came from Brazil. He was at 2004. He played for Brazil national team for the conference, and he was their captain at one stage, attacking midfielder. Never seen before in Turkey, other than Hadji. Came in, took the absolute piss against Inter Milan. We went on a run into the quarterfinals. This is when I used to watch with my grandpa and stuff like that. And he was just magic. My original number 20 to number 10, captain. He was magic.
Unreal.
In terms of Chelsea, you can't get past John Terry. You know, your Drogba's, the players that I grew up
No
with.
Lampard?
He's in there, of course. But, you know, if I start going, I can name the whole 11 that I grew up with. You know what I mean? Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
These are my childhood, you know.
Faves.
Yeah.
He's
Riyad?
talking about 2015.
CR7, bro.
2003, 2004.
CR7. And then when he left United, it was Rooney.
You know what I find surprising? The fact that you haven't gone for someone who's just a DM destroyer, breaks up play, because that seems
Mascherano.
to be like more your style.
No, it would, like Keane probably would have been that type of player for me, but
Yeah.
he was beyond. He was before my time. Like
Okay.
following United.
Yeah.
But Scholes was a fucking ripping player to watch, bro.
He was good, bro. He came back
What
at
a
36.
player.
Does not look like a footballer still. I just don't
He,
see
Oh, his
bro,
passing
he
was
retired,
unreal though, yeah.
came
Yeah, but
on.
he sucks his taught his those.
He,
Oh, that was interesting. Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah, I don't
kinda
know about
fucking
that.
weird.
bro, he retired, came back, took the piss, still won the league, and Arsenal are still trying to fucking figure out if they need to sign a striker or not.
We're going to clip that.
Starting from the toes. Yeah, I already said before Gerrard, but I feel like there's still like that 2002 Turkey squad has got a special place in my heart too. So I'll say most of those players: Munsers, Shush, Shukush.
Except for Shukud.
Jossie,
Bro, he didn't do
Oh,
shit
but
in the final.
what about Ben Ayoun?
It's just a legacy, bro.
What about Ben Ayoun?
Why Ben Ayoun,
Just
bro?
had to drop it.
Yeah, bro, Liverpool legend.
Liverpool legend, bro.
Wait. Gerrard on the Turkey squad 2002 World Cup.
I've gone on a little bit of an evolution with my players. I first started with the destroyers. I love destroyers, so I love watching Mascherano play for Liverpool.
I just dropped it.
Then from there, and I'm
Barcelona
like,
legend.
okay, maybe like he doesn't have that much technical ability. So I've gone, Alonso, he's really nice. I just loved watching him
Real
spray the
Madrid
ball
legend.
around. And then I've gone to like fullbacks. So it's like I've had this like.
Trent
But if I
Alexander-Arnold.
could pick one player, it would be Xabi Alonso.
Yeah,
What a player.
fair enough. What a
Yeah,
player.
you did
Even
talk
like
about
when he
him a lot
first
too.
came from Sociedad, just young, just spraying the ball around. It looks so easy.
Yeah, Sociedad legend.
Yeah.
Did he have a better career at Real or Liverpool?
Real, obviously.
Definitely
Liverpool.
Real, bro.
Obviously Madrid. And Bayern Munich.
Is Liverpool a stepping stone?
Hey, what a resume though.
Oh, no.
He said himself, I went to England to play at the best club in England. I went to Spain to play at the best club in Spain. I went to Germany to play the best club in Germany. So
and he
in his
went-
eyes, it's not a stepping stone, is it?
It's definitely a stepping stone.
Okay, next question. Do you have any regrets when it comes to football?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, my biggest regret is playing that practice game when I done my ACL. That's it.
Fuck.
Outside of that.
Is that when it happened though?
Yeah, practice game.
Far out.
It happened. So we played Melbourne Victory. Yeah, we played Melbourne Victory on a Friday night at Springvale White Eagles ground, and then we had a practice game on Sunday for their like inter-Serbian they played against.
Yep.
I can't remember who they played against, but it was some Serbian thing. And then Wednesday or Thursday night they played against Man City. Man City.
Wow. Melbourne.
Melbourne City.
That's a step up.
Yeah,
Melbourne City.
and I tore my ACL between those two games.
Were you carrying anything into that session?
No, nothing.
Just
Nothing,
overrunning, overworked.
No, I got pushed in the back.
Oh,
Hyperextended.
shit.
Oh.
Yeah, and it fucking shattered everything.
Oh.
Everything went.
If it wasn't going to
Fucking
happen, then it would have happened the game after, you know,
But,
if you missed that one.
maybe
You
if
never know.
I didn't
Or
get
maybe-
pushed in the back, it wouldn't have happened.
Before
at all.
before you got to that point, were you like an injury-prone player at all, or no?
No, never. I'd never had an injury
Okay.
before that.
Fuck,
Like
bro,
ne-
that would've
not
been-
not one injury. And
that-
at that point, I was
You would have been shattered, man.
21 years old. So I'd been playing for like 15, 16 years, and I'd
Fuck.
never had an injury.
That's so shit.
Yeah, and the first injury was an ACL. That's right.
Fucking hell.
Oogie, any regrets?
Yeah, I should have just went as a striker instead of a
I agree.
goalkeeper.
Keeper.
I agree.
I was going to say, you should have stayed as a keeper.
Nah. I wish I just started as a player. Anywhere but goals.
Yeah.
But then again, if I didn't stay keeper, maybe I would have not been like played as long as I did. I played till 34, injury free. Well, after my 30s, you know. But yeah, maybe not.
You
Maybe I would have got more.
started the podcast with an injury, if you remember.
Yeah, look, yeah,
His ankle was the size of a balloon, bro.
that is true. That is true.
What makes you think you'd be a better striker? Because by all accounts, everything that I've heard, you're actually quite a half
Keeper,
decent
yeah.
keeper.
Nah, he wasn't a good keeper.
He never saw me in goals.
Terrible, bro.
What did he like?
Fucking everything. the guy couldn't kick the ball more than 30 meters, bro.
That was the end of my career.
No, that's the whole career.
That was the only probably thing that was lacking.
Yeah.
I was a shot stopper.
He was a shot stopper.
I just couldn't. Honestly, the only thing that I couldn't do is fucking kick the ball halfway.
I
And
swear.
that was it.
Really? I don't expect that of you. I feel like you'd
Bro,
be
that
able to
was-
punt
no,
on you.
I had no hammies, bro.
Everyone was taking goal kicks forward.
Far
I
out.
swear we
And
did.
that's why I always say in today's game, I'd have everything because no one kicks goal kicks halfway anymore. I've never seen anyone in the state level or in the fucking thing just go long. If they do, they walk up like fucking 40 meters. They're like 5 meters away from the halfway, then belt it. So I would, in today's game, I'd actually be a really good goalkeeper because I'm a shot stopper and I play with my feet. Well, as a striker, I was pretty good with my feet.
Bro,
So maybe
Order's pace was very underrated.
and I used to come out
Bro,
really
he's
quick.
still got pace to
He's
burn, I
got
feel like.
pace,
Out of
bro.
nowhere sometimes. He just fucking on 7-a-sides, yeah.
But yeah, and I used to come out really quick.
He blitzed me the other day, but I'll let him.
Sure.
But yeah, that's what I reckon. But yeah, in today's game, I'd be a decent level keeper, I reckon.
There you go.
But yeah, I wish I wasn't.
Riyadh, football regrets.
I don't really have regrets.
Less
Following
angry.
other than
I've seen you knock 3 people out on the field.
I don't regret
my
those.
own
bro.
eyes.
Why, bro? The guy did
I
nothing to
don't
you.
regret those.
The guy didn't.
I'll elaborate on a story.
Yeah.
Probably that's probably one of the regret in terms of my hot-headedness. I regret not getting into soccer at a younger age because I reckon I could have played for the Lebanese national team, bro.
It's not hard.
Not hard, bro. I joined literally 18, 19. I started playing
Nah,
football.
you're too.
And I wasn't too bad, bro. Like, considering I joined it later in age, I wasn't too bad. But I reckon if I picked it up at a young age, I could have been something. Like, I honestly feel it. And the only regret I have when it comes to my hot-headed is once upon a time, this is in sports. Do you guys remember a fucking big Greek bloke named George?
Yeah.
No.
I remember this
Do
story.
you guys remember? It was,
Nah.
it was like a bikie, bro. And anyway, long story short, he nudged me off the ball and I couldn't hack it. And I tried to fucking start this bloke. So I went to give him a nudge and because he was so fucking solid, like his pecs were rock hard, my hand slipped off his pecs
Oh, no.
and it hit him in the face. I saw the angel of death just there. I swear to God, this guy picked me up from my neck and from my armpit and he threw me like 20 meters, bro.
Yeah, he was old back then as well. He was in his 30s, and this guy was like 18.
And Riyadh normally would just retaliate and like run back at this bloke. But there was something in me going, bro, don't fucking
You are going to die.
This will be the end.
I swear to God, his teammates ran up to me and said, please don't do anything. He'll fucking kill you.
You'll die in Springvale.
Like literally, this guy will fucking kill you. So then I actually went to him and I apologized, bro.
Wait, what's the regret
that's
then?
playing a
Hey,
smart.
what's the regret me is trying to start this
Oh,
bloke.
okay, yeah, I see.
Yeah, because fucking my life flashed before my eyes, bro. I swear to God.
Far
It's
out.
good time.
And another time, and this is another time, I fucking clipped this guy. I actually knocked him out. Yeah, because it was like fucking, no, fuck this cunt, bro. I'll fucking knock him out again if I Bro, all game, I used to hate losing, yeah? And all game, this guy's giving me a fucking nudge. And I'm like, bro, you nudge me one more time, I'm going to hit you. So he nudged me and I fucking clipped this guy. He fell like a sack of shit.
Poor cunt.
His whole teammates were waiting outside for me to come out so they can jump me. So I had the in-sports manager saying, don't leave, bro. Like, wait here for
Sleep
an
here
hour until
tonight.
these guys go.
Sleep here tonight.
They were all actually waiting for
I
me.
mean, I feel like that's fair enough.
They thought I was some 26-year-old. I was 18 at the time.
Fucking hell.
But yeah,
Nice.
probably that's the regrets I have.
Oh.
Berkz.
Mine's a quick one, honestly. It's just for me, it's literally just not starting earlier. I wish I did get into it as a youngin and pursued that rather than into my adulthood life. That's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
We all want the Alpy story, don't we?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Started nice and young, nice and crispy.
You
Right
know.
from 5 years old, bro.
At least Alpy can say I played for Ange, you know?
Yeah.
So
I
there you
did
go.
one training session.
It counts. It counts.
My biggest regret is having Berkz as my teammate last week.
Oh, what about this week? Yeah, talk about this week.
Well, we won,
Let's go
bro.
this
Oh,
week.
last week.
I'd say the same thing as Berkz, just not starting. I actually because I grew up watching a lot of Jackie Chan and shit like that, and I thought it was real as a kid. I ended up doing like about 8 years of Taekwondo, and I actually got all the belts with all the stripes up until black. I didn't get my black belt,
Shit.
so I was this close to getting my black belt.
A quitter.
Basically, yeah.
Does that
And
pick
then the
up?
violence of martial arts translated
Yeah.
to football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that continue?
Pretty much. It's always angry.
Does that
The
continue? If
intensity.
you were to join Taekwondo now, could you resume from where you left?
You'd
I
have
feel
to
like
qualify,
I
wouldn't you?
still have all the belts in a bag and
Yeah.
my kimono,
Yeah.
but I feel like you'd have to start all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair.
so that is my regret.
There you go.
Excluding your current club, if you could pick another club to watch live, who would it be and why?
Oh, live would be easy.
City.
Either one of the El Clasico teams. That would be it for me. For me, that's a very
Honestly, Gala Fenet. At away. I want to be at the away end. That's the one game I really want to go to.
So you'd support Gala.
But that's a team
No, no.
you support.
I'd go to a away end of Gala Fenet. Oh, is it both?
But this
teams
saying
that
who,
are-
I'm saying
who would you pick
excluding-
to support?
I mean, the two clubs you support
Oh,
are Chelsea
okay.
and
I'll go Boca Juniors and River Plate.
Oh, yeah, fair.
That'd be.
I've heard that's unreal. Like the
Fuck.
stadium actually bounces, starts cracking
my
and
mate
shit.
went, like my Andres went. He went to a Boca Juniors game. I'm pretty sure, and he was fucked.
Shout out to
I've heard
a
things.
United legend, Andre Herrera.
All right, what's you got to pick
Oogie?
a club that you would pick.
Yeah, I
Not
said,
Fener, not Chelsea.
I said
Who would
Boca
you
Juniors.
support?
Boca
Real
Juniors.
Oh, sorry, you did. You're
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You're right.
Probably Liverpool, bro. To be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Really?
Why would you want to get put to sleep?
Oh,
I was gonna say City, but they genuinely put you to sleep. So,
Yeah, but that's your arch rival. Why would you want to go watch them?
but Liverpool's an arch rival too, pretty
so
much.
if I wasn't a United spot, I'd probably follow
City,
Liverpool.
of course. You're a trophy. You're a glory hunter.
No.
Actually, I don't know. I've never thought about if I like
Yeah.
even in the dark times, I wasn't like I'd rather not support this club, but probably Real Madrid or something. I'd say I don't really follow the Spanish league, but I've always liked Real Madrid.
No,
I'll
I
go
don't
Boca.
follow the Spanish league either, but I just the idea of a El Clasico is very appealing to me.
Is it these days they're the same? I haven't watched El Clasico in like
Bro, they got pumped
10 years,
last two
maybe
games.
more than 10 years.
I mean,
But they got pumped by 17-year-olds, bro.
the last one they lost 5-2.
5-2.
And
Yeah.
the one before that,
Yeah.
I think they lost as well.
Yeah, but
5-0.
they're the current European. Are they?
You've Real, European
they-
champions.
Taking that
European
absolute piss.
But I'd rather go watch Boca Juniors versus Real Plate. And I like the colours of Boca Juniors.
Fair.
I wouldn't feel safe.
No way.
Same.
You, of all
exactly
people,
like a tourist.
you're right.
I would have feel
They'll be
safe.
alright for tourists.
Hey, turista.
For me, not so much football quality, but just atmosphere and just the violence of it.
United.
The old firm
Aspendale
derby.
Stingrays.
Yeah, Celtic Rangers.
Oh, Celtic Rangers.
Because that,
you're
that's
like
like
a
from
brawl.
derby, yeah.
That's
You're
proper
a
war.
Rangers fan. You're a Celtic fan. You guys can brawl.
Yeah.
It's true.
Right, have you seen some of the
Rangers
video
are
clips
crazy.
where there's like mounted police on horses and they're just
I think
it's
that's
too
finished now, though.
like it's opposite sides of the street. They're not even allowed to be sharing like the same road.
I think that's
Like it's
I
that
feel like that
bad.
intensity's gone now, though. You know what I mean? Like
It is. I feel
derbies, in general, everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm going to Serbia this year, and I'll be visiting the Red Star Belgrade
Yeah.
Stadium.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah.
Definitely.
Now,
Go to a game? No.
you guys don't know this, but Red Star are known as heroes. The reason why they're called heroes is because a lot of the soldiers during the wars were volunteers from the terraces.
Yeah,
and
they're
outside of the stadium, they have literally an army tank just sitting there.
Still.
And it's all like graffitied in Red Star insignia and stuff like
That's
that.
sick.
So it's very like boisterous and violent atmosphere. Liverpool went there in Champions League a few seasons ago, and they got like spat at and like
I remember
it's
that,
just
yeah.
really it's really hostile. Like,
Yeah, of course.
very
Suits
hostile.
you perfectly.
Thank you.
right in, Veki.
You feel right at home. You jump in the tank. Wow. What a British look like.
I'll take photos for you guys. I'll send it through. That's it for my segment.
What a very emotional fucking podcast, bro.
I love it. I love
We've
the
learned a
origin
lot here
stories.
today, yeah.
That was my favorite, to be honest.
Storytelling and that.
All right, let's do the.
go.
Obviously, I'm going to win the sevens aside. But
Dream. I mean, there's no winning in it, but we'll
No,
do a quick run through the Dream 7 aside. So we're gonna do just for everyone listening right at the moment. Obviously, we know what we're doing, but we're gonna run through our Dream 7 aside from the clubs that we support, but we have to include ourselves as well. So all time throughout history, include whoever you want, but
Yep.
include yourself as well. And who would that be in your 7 aside?
alright, I've already
Let's
done
start
mine.
with Riyadh.
You going the whole team? Let's go
Yeah.
keepers.
Seven.
Everyone says they
All right,
keep.
let's do position at a time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Player at a time. Sorry, not
Play at a
position.
time. I'm going keeper first. I'll go David De Gea because
Yeah.
I watched De Gea
automatic win.
blossom.
Why would you not go Van der Sar?
Hey, because
Automatic
I
win
watched
for
De
us.
Gea
He's-
blossom into an absolute world class shot stopper.
Better than Van der Sar.
In
No.
terms of shot stopping, yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No way. There is no keeper
Yeah.
that
Hey, that's his
United
team,
had.
guys. He's already
I know,
lost.
but
All right.
That's my team. That's
Bro, I
Van
feel
der
like
Sar's
Brad Friedel was better than a
Bro, I just feel like Van der Sar is just too big for seven
Fabian
aside,
Barthez,
bro.
I reckon, was better than.
Oh, true. We're talking about a
We're talking about
aside.
seven aside.
though.
Yeah.
He's good at 7 aside.
I feel like, and De Gea was really good with his feet, like extraordinary. Sometimes it's like, why don't you use your hand there? But he would use his foot, and he would.
Oh,
fucking
he's
save
saying to make saves with his
Oh.
feet.
shot stopper, seven
Like
aside.
reflections.
Yes.
All right,
True. With the amount of shots you're going to cop, you probably want someone like that in goals.
he won't have to save anything
So
because
why do
the
you
back
want him?
two is Vidic and myself.
Well, you're not meant to say.
Bro, we're talking
One at a
keepers.
time. One at a
Keeper
time.
only, bro.
Oh, okay. I thought we were naming all our sevens.
No.
Go keeper.
Keeper. I've got Alisson because
Yourself.
I feel like he's the best keeper we've had for a
fair
very
enough.
long time. So Alisson, good with his feet too.
I could not bear the shame of having myself as an outfield player.
So you-
Now listen here.
Don't tell me you put yourself in goal. No.
Listen here. Listen here.
He's
Listen
not
to
bad.
my logic,
He's
bro.
I like the
Listen
logic,
to
though.
my logic.
Go.
What you guys see at Soccer Sevens is me not diving because I don't want to graze my knees and my elbows. However, there were occasions where I do go down and I pull off some saves.
You're
And
actually
I
a good
spread
keeper, I'll
myself
give you that.
well.
Veki's
Yeah.
not a
He's
bad
a good
keeper.
keeper.
And I can play with my feet as keeper. So I would put myself in keeper for this round.
I like that.
personally.
He's a sacrifice quality on the pitch.
Do you know how I know Veki's not a keeper of the quality that's going to be required to stop these players on this list? do you remember the one final I played against you guys?
I do.
Yeah, and I scored. And I won.
You did score because Edders was marking you, who was absolutely clueless.
Doesn't matter. That's how I know you wouldn't be able to stop any of the strikers.
I
that
reckon
are
if I was
any of these
on the
lists.
field, I reckon you would have a harder time.
True. Maybe. I don't know.
Who's your keeper?
What's Red doing?
He's for the camera.
That's
finished.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I got Jens Lehmann in goals. I think he was our best keeper.
What, not David Seaman?
No, I personally like Lehmann. I like Lehmann. And he was a crazy German, man. That guy was a nutcase.
No comments about crazy Germans.
Ballack was crazy as well.
Yeah, I got Jens Lehmann in goals.
Look, I'm pulling a Veki, but I'm actually a keeper, so I'll put myself.
You put yourself in goal, of course.
I would have thought you
fair
would
enough.
put yourself in like as a striker, bro.
Automatically,
The prolific
I
striker.
reckon last year I've
Who
had
am I
better
betting as
saves
a
than him.
striker?
He hasn't done much in goal at seven aside.
I don't
though.
do
He
fuck
doesn't do
all.
anything
Yeah.
in
I
goals.
don't move at all.
Your ability comes on the pitch. I'll give like you just
I'm
you
okay.
score.
But against
You're a
if-
machine.
If,
That's seven asides.
if that Chelsea team's in front of me, I'm fucking diving it first. Like,
Diving into someone's ass,
there's,
bro.
there's no chance I'm letting anything through, bro. I'll double foot Henri.
Fucking fair enough. I know you would.
I'll get 10 times.
Maybe I'm
That's
playing striker.
I'll double for you, bro. I would, bro. Fuck, I'll be best man. No, I'll go straight for him, bro. He's getting airlifted out of there, bro.
Oh fuck.
All right, go. You
With
said
that-
you said it back.
All right, centre backs. Even though I'm a defensive midfielder, I'll play the defense with Vidic. So I'm
Right.
going with Vidic and myself.
Minimum
Okay.
30
So
goals.
you got two defenders. You got two at the back. That's how you
I've
set
got
up.
two at the back.
Okay. I reckon we do all your like set it up by position. So all your
Whatever
defenders, all
defenders
your
you
midfielders.
got. Yeah, go.
All right. I've got I've put myself. I know it's going to sound cliche, but like.
You put yourself as
I
the
put myself at right back because I've played right back. I thought I'll slot
Yeah.
in there
on
naturally.
the sevens pitch.
Yeah.
So right centre back. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, like
yeah,
just
just,
on
on the right side of
Yeah,
the pitch,
okay, yeah,
somewhere at the back. I mean, you're right. There's no real positional
Yeah.
thing, structure. But I've got myself. I've got VVD, obviously, Tower. Not that he's going to get through him. And I was tossing up between whether you go Robbo or Trent. I'm talking in recent times. They are two greatest fullbacks that we've had in a very long time. Trent, but I was thinking in terms of what I'd want in my seven-a-side team, I'd rather go Robbo in this instance. Because I don't think you need Trent on a seven-a-sides pitch. Because
So basically, what you're telling us is your players are Allison, Van Dijk, and Robert.
all the current team pretty much.
current Liverpool.
I don't think. No, I could have gone Reece or something. I'm not gonna like.
that's fair enough.
Robbo's got 60 assists, bro.
You're getting
Robbo's
pumped.
got 60 assists.
Jamie
bro.
Carragher.
You're getting
No,
pumped.
I'm not gonna go. Why am I going to Carragher over VVD? Who would go Carragher over VVD right now?
So Riad and
Vidic.
Riad and Berkz are going to finish second and second last.
We'll see.
Right,
We'll see.
get fucked, bro.
We will see.
Mix.
I've gone for a single defender, and
Smart
I've
man.
gone for
One at the
Virgil van Dijk.
Smart man.
Smart
Sevens,
man.
bro. It's not.
Wait,
that
did you say Vidic or Van Dijk?
Van Dijk.
I've done the same. A single defender of Sol Campbell.
One defender. Oh,
One defender.
And I feel like that if you are going to have a centre back or if you're going to have a partnership, you have to have someone who can build up play and be patient and play possession. And I don't think your
That's
setup.
me.
I don't think that's your setup.
That's
wait,
me.
you're
That's me. I'm the guy that's going to be creating.
So are you saying you're better at build up than Vidic?
100% I am.
Fair enough.
Bro, soccer sevens, bro. I'm fucking different breed, bro.
So I've gone a little bit different. I've got no traditional centre backs at all. So I've got Ashley Cole, and I've got Kante.
Yeah, I was actually going to put Ashley Cole in my team.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I got Ashley Cole obviously going to run up and down. Mark Webb's going to come up and down, and Kante is just going to literally run.
Is
everywhere.
Ashley Cole the best ever left back to play?
In my opinion, yeah, I reckon he is.
In England, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's my back two.
All right, back. All right, now am I going again? Yeah. All right, my midfield two, one more defensive than the other. I've got Scholes and Pogba.
Who's Scholes?
Scholes.
Scholes.
Schmoo.
The German now.
I got
Bro, stop trying to trigger me, bro.
Scholes.
I'm getting edgy.
I got Paul Scholes and Paul Pogba.
What the fuck?
Pogba.
Paul
Yeah,
Pogba.
Bro, again, this is fucking sevens. Bro.
Fuck?
This is sevens, bro.
Bro, I'm
So
genuinely
Scholes
like...
and Pogba.
Yeah,
You're
Yes.
fucking trash.
Interesting.
You're gonna get-
it's sevens, bro. What do you want me to fucking put Roy Keane so everyone can get fucking ACLs and shit?
So you're definitely coming last. Yep.
I've just got one in the midfield.
Yep.
I've got Gerrard.
One midfielder. So what do you got three
He's got three.
defenders,
He got three
Three defenders,
defenders.
yeah.
one midfielder.
You clog up the back.
It's David Moyes with a Berkz mask.
Well,
why not?
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Tell us
Sevens,
who you got
bro.
next
It's
to Gerrard
sevens.
as well. Alongside
My duo, I've got Gerrard, box to box, can do it all, complete player. I feel like I was tempted by a couple of players, but in the end, I've decided to go with Grav because I feel like with his technical ability, he's perfect for sevens.
So you
The
two in the midfield.
turns, the patience, the on-the-ball ability, just amazing. Transitions, very nice.
Grab.
Yeah,
And you guys are and you're laughing because I had Pogba in there.
Yeah, but Pogba is just...
Bro, Pogba,
Yep.
Yeah.
prime,
So Grav.
prime Juve, prime.
So I've got Gerrard and Grav. So I've got me as keeper, Van Dijk as centre back, and Gerrard and Grav ahead of him.
I've got Patrick Vieira and Cesc Fabregas.
Ooh.
Nice.
Fabregas is delicious. The
Yeah.
young Fabregas is delicious.
The young Fabregas.
Oh, bro.
Wait, are we going through all midfielders? Because I've got one more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
all your
go for
midfield.
it.
yeah.
I've got one more as well.
So the tip of my spear is I've got Gerrard, Grav, and above them I've got Coutinho.
I was thinking Coutinho
As
at
a
one
10.
point. Yeah, that's good.
if we're doing all of them, I've got Vieira, Cesc Fabregas, and then myself as the 10.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to clarify, if it wasn't myself, it would be either Oswald or Bergkamp.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I think the reason my team wins is because
We'll get to that. We'll get to the end.
I'm better than all of you.
I have a question at the end anyway when we get to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've just changed mine. So instead of I originally had Lampard. I originally had Lampard, but I've been tossing and turning between Lampard. I'm just going to put Claude Makelele because I think my front three would be enough. The Kante and Claude can just nullify everyone that comes through, and then my front
So
three.
you haven't put Chelsea's greatest player ever in your 7-a-side team?
It's a sevens aside, bro. It's not 11s.
It's a bit defensive.
Well,
But you'll understand why.
So is mine.
You'll understand why when I get to my front three.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Claude.
Yeah, interesting.
Hey, you done?
Yeah. That's
And-
it. So we'll go strikers now because you've done.
So the reason why I will win because I've got the greatest player in the world,
CR7.
CR7, alongside Wayne Rooney.
do you know what's going to happen?
It's not bad.
No, I'll tell you what's going to happen. Ronaldo's going to do a step over, lose the ball. Red's going to brush it off. Ronaldo's going to do a step over, lose the ball. Red's going to brush it off. Ronaldo's going to take a shot from fucking right back, hit the fucking net, the ball goes out. This guy's going to crack the shits, lose it at Ronaldo, tell him to get the fuck off the field, tell him to pass the fucking ball, and then they're just going to capitulate, bro. You're done, bro. You're not winning anything.
Ashley already pocketed him anyway. So
You're not winning anything, bro.
yeah.
My attackers, I've obviously gone Salah, prolific, and Suarez. I feel like two of them up front will be incredible.
Yeah.
So you got
If you
3
play-
defenders, 1 midfielder, and 2 attackers.
But in the context of sevens, obviously I've got 2 bombing. Well, not Robertson anymore, but
are you bombing?
I'll go up and down. Yeah, when I used to play, I was
Do you
always
have
up
Robbo
and
in the
down.
team?
I got Robbo in the team. Yeah,
Bro, he's got 3 centre backs, bro, basically, so he can.
Yeah.
So you got no midfield, basically.
I got Gerrard.
He's
That's
got
all I need is
Gerrard.
Gerrard, bro. Coverage. He'll be there. He'll be there.
Okay. For my strike partnership, I've got Torres
And
and I've
Andy
got
Carroll.
Salah.
That's nice.
So it's Virgil van Dijk as a sole defender, Gerrard and Grav as the midfielders. Grav more sort of sitting back, build up and all of that. Gerrard box to box, Coutinho at the tip of the spear, Torres and Salah up front.
You've put a lot of thought into this. Do you know how I made my team? I was like, which players do I want to play with? And I've got Henry and Sanchez. As
You've
my attacking
you've
pair.
done like the in class
Henry
when
and
you're bored
Sanchez.
type
Yeah,
lineup.
like-
Yeah, I love it.
These are the players that I would have loved to play.
Yeah.
Like,
I've just gone balance.
no, you've gone thought process. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
who
He's done the
covers
slot
who.
maneuvers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who'd you say Henry and?
Henry and Alexis Sanchez.
And my front three, the only reason why I put Call instead of Lampard is because I'm going to have Hazard stay up top and be lazy and creative, and I've got Palmer on one side and I've got Drogba. That's fucking.
Fuck,
That's
yeah.
So you got a
100
couple
goals
of one-season wonders.
Drogba's on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Hazard and Palmer.
I'll take that, cut that.
No, leave it. It's all right.
But that's my team.
All right. Are we wrapping it up, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on,
my last
hold on.
question was
We've got to like
summarize it off the back of the teams. Who's
not summarize it. Let's just start with who do you reckon's got the worst team?
Riad and Berkz.
Yeah.
You
Bro,
got-
I don't have the worst
What's
team,
wrong with
bro.
my team?
If we were betting,
Bro, Vidic, all-time one of the greatest ever Premier League defenders.
Yeah, but it's seven.
Okay, probably the greatest centre back ever.
I would have
to play
picked.
in the
I would have
Prem,
picked
bro.
Ferdinand over Vidic for a sevens.
I was going
I wanna
Ferdinand,
pick you up, Stan,
but
though.
again, I'm the guy that
I'd
is
pick
going to
a
be.
ball playing
at sevens,
I'm-
bro? He'll bash someone.
I'm the guy that's going to be the, playmaker from defence. Vidic is just, bro, he's ball player. He's just going to clean up
He'll get
everything.
dicked by everyone,
He's that
bro.
type of player.
You get dicked by every single person.
Scholes is going to pinpoint beautiful
Bro,
passes.
it's a small field. What's he pinging?
Scholes is slow.
He'll
He's
hit
not
the
very
net, he'll
athletic.
hit this.
Pogba is just going to fucking take the piss.
Pogba's
with his
probably your
skill.
best player out of all of them.
No, he's not. Ronaldo. CR7 and Rooney. Like Rooney,
but Ashley
absolute
Cole-
just.
But they hate each other.
No, but this is. We're all going to be. I'm the captain here, so
So, Berg, state your claim.
Rega-
Could you beat Riyad's team?
that could work in my
100% could be
favour.
Riyad's
team. Your
Them
team
two
beat
hating
Riyad's
each
team.
other.
100%.
Them two hating each
100%.
other could work in my favour because they both kind of want to outshine each
I
other.
think in my Liverpool seven-a-side and the Northwest seven-a-side derby, I reckon I'd whoop you.
So you're last
I
so
don't
far.
think so.
You're last.
No, absolutely.
I reckon
not,
my
bro.
team would demolish you.
CR7 single-handedly will take 3 of your defenders on.
I'll go
flip it over
studs
the
up right into
keeper.
his knees. Then what?
I feel like your team's too defense-minded and there's no midfield.
Yeah.
I feel like
But in my
you'll
it's
get
seven
done.
aside.
I feel like you'll get done.
What coverage do you need in the midfield as much compared to outdoor? Like outfield, fair enough. Outdoor, you're going to need that kind of presence in the middle. I feel like it's not as relevant in seven asides. I feel like if you've got a sturdy back line, you're all right. And this is
yeah.
in my mind, this is a team that is they know how to play a high line, so they push up
Oh,
quick and they know how to come back on the transition too.
Or I can remove Skulls and put Park Ji-sung in
It's
because
too
he's
late.
an absolute.
No, you're too
fucking
late. You've locked it in.
workhorse.
You've
But
locked it
I've
in.
locked it in. I'm happy with my team.
Skullsy.
Yeah, I actually don't think anyone comes close to my team. I think.
I mean, I did half expect you to say that.
Yeah, genuinely. and the reasons why I'd beat your team and I'd beat your team is because you two are in goals. And
Bro, there's no-
Yeah, hold on, but you've got to work your way up to the goal to have a shot.
But,
Yeah, you've got
there's-
Kante and Makaleli.
but there's no. Your greatest defender ever said he has sleepless nights about Henry. Your greatest defender ever in your club's history.
No, we're talking sevens. Is he in my team?
but but the
We're
greatest.
talking about team.
Yeah, I know, but there's no player that you've had that's been able to stop Henry. There's no
I'll just
player
get
that
Ashley
you've
Cole
had
and Kante all over.
that's ever stopped Henry. There's no player that you've had that's ever stopped Henry.
How do you know
Bro,
if anyone stop him?
Have you seen me?
All these.
How do you know Virgil
won't
one's
stop him?
stopped
Play
Henry.
seven?
So the fact that I have the greatest player ever.
But how do you know
in Premier
Virgil
League
won't
history-
stop him?
in Premier League
See,
Sol
history,
Campbell will stop Salah as well.
CR7.
That's not a
I
fair
can use the
argument
same
though.
logic.
Sol,
So who's your back line?
just
Is it
Sol
Sol
Campbell.
Campbell.
So
And
Sol
Patrick
Campbell.
Vieira. Like consider Patrick Vieira probably a little bit
So
more defensive.
Sol Campbell can stop both Torres and Salah running at him.
He probably has already. I don't know. I actually don't know.
Nah.
But like,
You'd cop more goals than you'll score.
no, I'd score more than I'd cop.
No, I don't know. Not against the Kante and Makaleli.
Yeah,
and
I'd
Ashley Cole.
definitely score more than I'd cop. I'd be the
You'd
team
be-
that everyone enjoys watching the most.
Hey, we should have FIFA Street and make the team.
We should just put it to a vote.
You know
Should
what?
do it, yeah.
I'm going to send
Everyone
all
make
these
sure you
pla-
send
I'm
And
gonna
make
send
sure
all these
Riyad's
players
family
an
members
email.
don't vote for his team.
Riyad's already out the door.
Because he knows
bro,
he's lost.
My hammies are fucking burning, bro.
We haven't even played a game.
I'm going to send all these players an email and see if they can fly down to Australia, bro. We'll make
One
it stop
player
at
seven aside.
Anyway,
Anyway.
we'll vote. Who the
We'll
best
put this
team
to a
is.
vote
No
though,
one's
yeah.
stopping Henry. Thank you for joining us. I've taken the championship for the seven-a-side team.
He hasn't taken
He hasn't
shit.
taken shit.
Nah, you know what? I want
Like,
to. Can we? I
subscribe.
wonder if there's a way we can run like an analysis or something. Like if you put it through an AI and
No.
see who
I'll
comes out on
actually,
top.
that's a
I'll have
smart idea.
a sus
Like, subscribe.
because your team's gone
follow.
nowhere, bro.
My team-
Let me just see how many
telling you.
subscribers we're on. Wait,
For our average 50 viewers on YouTube,
we're on 261
It's
subscribers.
30 from last
growing.
week.
keep
It's growth.
subscribing.
Every 30 a week we're growing.
That's good. Good rate.
That's
We'll see you guys
unreal.
next week. Thank you for joining
Love you
us.
Peace.